quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now Golden State's starting five. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Payton is out there with Curry, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Curry. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness, not going to shy away from contact.
Here's Harden, and he drives in. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now. Well, Jimmy Butler's 3-ball is just going to extend that defense, and now he's going to make plays inside.
Harden against Payton. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here he goes, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah, we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Now, here is Harden. He's got 6. A 3 from Leonard. They get it again. So the wing on the left. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Golden State basketball.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Curry's shot is good.
It doesn't matter. I mean, once Steph Curry crosses half court, you're in trouble.
Harden the pass to Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard over Butler. That one wide left.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And Curry, not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
Good on the triple.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
It's Harden with the drive.
With a finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
Warriors trail by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks, David. Curry passes to Payton. Here's Butler. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside for Curry. They need this. Just 5 on the clock. Payton with a screen on Harden. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Golden State. Los Angeles leading by 3. And finished off by Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Harden against Payton. Fires it up. Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Man, again, using those huge hands, Leonard, just great anticipation.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Trains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Payton against Harden. There's a good screen. Nobody near Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Pajemski, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Looney. Then it's Butler, and it's Hield in at the 2. And Butler gets it to go.
Well, I like Butler down low, fighting for points.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in the standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Leonard, the pass to Eubanks. Back to Leonard. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Warriors. Moses Moody comes in for Brandon Pajemski. To the middle. Poke loose. It's stolen by Hield. Looney kicks to Hield. Back to Looney. Hield outside. To the inside. Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And credit Buddy on that play. The correct read, setting up his teammate.
Down against Hield. Outside, Simmons. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Simmons got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harden's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Pajemski's checked in.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Pass to Kuminga. Puts the move on, and he lays it up and in. Kuminga's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Nailed from three-point land.
Strong instincts tonight for Harden. Razor sharp. He just knows when to pop up.
Back to Podziemski. Sinks the three-pointer. Podziemski's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Harden. That one is good again. He sits straight from the floor with the basket.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harden with it. 16 points for him. Here's Dunn. Green with the rebound. The Warriors trailing. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Some changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Brandon Podziemski. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kevin Knox. And Curry subbed in for Moody. Eubanks finds Leonard. Over Green. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And that's usually a solid strategy. Get the ball into Leonard's capable, large hands and let him go to work.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Green gets it to go. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Harden against Payton. And Harden with the stop.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels. Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game. Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done. So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Poked away. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Miller in at the 3, the small forward. Curry on the drive. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
That's a clever attack from Curry, just finding an angle. He gets around the defender towards the basket.
Outside for Simmons. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. The Warriors making a switch here. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. There's the pick. Here's Miller. He doesn't hit that one. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. The lead is 2. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Assisted by
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Golden State's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
This is just not a surprise. Steph Curry is having a massive offensive game.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Simmons. In the corner, Eubanks with it. Miller with a wide open look. And he dunks it down.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
A nice shot by Moody. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the offseason in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
Bogdanovich wide open. Offensive rebound. Outside for Simmons. Second chance shot. They shoot again. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Eubanks.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Moody finds Green. Now, here's Moody. Back to Green. Pass to Hield. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And it's Jones finishing it off.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Over to the left wing. Back to Jackson Davis. And he jams it with authority.
And in terms of size, not your typical center. But, man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Three-pointer Hield. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. A three from Bogdanovich. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Pass to Moody. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Knocked away and stolen by Bogdanovich. 3 on 3 beyond the arc. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Great strides in honing in his shot, looking more and more comfortable on the offensive end is Bogdanovich.
Green with the ball. Pass to Curry. There's the 3. Curry from 3.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 6. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Looney out there with Kuminga. Then it's Butler. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. From the top of the key. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Zubats does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
Back to Pajemski. Done against Hield. From outside the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Leonard looking over the floor. From deep. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Another 3 for Golden State.
Buddy does such a great job of preparing his shot even before he gets the ball.
Harden kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Leonard again missing. Warriors leading by 10. And it's the Warriors on the break. And slam dunk by Butler.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Harden way outside, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And with that 3-ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by Golden State.
Curry dishes to Butler. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to go on Zubats. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Curry's shot is good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Out to the right wing. All alone. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Here's Post. They kick it out to Green. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And that one, good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And a good physical play there from Simmons, not letting the foul stop him from getting that shot off.
And Simmons drops them both. Warriors shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Shots good from Butler.
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And that's where Simmons wants to operate as a scorer. Foul line down, making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Done outside. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. The rebound by Post. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 20-7 run. The kick outside to Butler. No good with the triple. And here is Zubats. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
really run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Wells misses. Fires for 3. Harden misses. And here's Memphis. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Jackson. Good, and the setup by Moran.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. For 3, Powell. The rebound by Edey.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Payne. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Payne. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Leonard looking around. Can they get it? And Zubac with the lay-in.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
Morant against Harden. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. From outside the arc, buries it from 3. It's a tie ball game.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
Pass to Wells. Shoots over Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Wow, that's good.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Moran, drives to the hoop, and the bucket is good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Unloads. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Jackson. Shoots it from the high post. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Flashing the in-between game. Nice. I mean, Jackson is more than capable of draining this when given the chance.
And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Jackson with a screen on Harden. And it's Morant missing. And Harden's got the ball here for the Clippers. Beyond the arc. Here's Zubac. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Zubac has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Now this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
Here's Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. It's stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Dunn. Yes, And it's Leonard with the assist that time.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Pass to Edey. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Edey missing. Powell outside. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. But what do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Williams in at small forward.
This is the mark of a great scorer, the ability to not have any struggle making shots off the dribble. That is a hard thing to do, but James Harden makes it look easy. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Zubac. Dunn outside. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Ryan, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you.
James Harden understands answering a three with your own three negates any momentum of your opponent.
Morant, no good. The Clippers lead by 9. Dunn, the pass to Powell. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Leonard. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Leonard's got 7 points.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Well, Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game and does just that. Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Back to Harden. The deep three. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Grizzlies trail by 9. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Really left him alone that time. He's got 5.
Boy, Zubac with great awareness. Nice job to put it on time and on target.
To the paint. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Edey. Edey's got 3 assists in the game.
2 minutes remain.
Harden surveying the D. Leonard for 3. Williams grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Payne against Zubac. Williams from long range. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor. Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside Harden. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Over Edey. Leonard's shot's good. Leonard's got 9.
Kawhi's such a gifted offensive player. How about that dribble drive move? So nice.
Here's Jackson. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Wow. foul. It's good.
Now, Norman Powell has proven to be capable as a scorer. All three levels are part of his game. That time goes to the 3 ball.
Jackson on the wing. From deep. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Powell's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Hey, a rare three-pointer from him. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. The Clippers lead by 9. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From the high post. Can't get that one to go. And now just 3 of 10 shooting. Here's Morant. Morant with the close-range bucket.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
And the Clippers miss again. Pass to Bain. Here's Jackson. And another basket for Memphis.
And he can get that shot anytime. He really can shoot over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes...
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Hey, we've seen Norman Powell really having a great game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Patrick Mills out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then it's Drew Eubanks. Then there's Amir Coffey. And it's Batum in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
From about 19, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Bagley. From downtown, and again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Here's Eubanks, and he drains the quick shot. Eubanks, he's got his first points in this one.
Boy, just good heads-up play by Batum. Spots the open man, but delivers it on time and on target.
Pippen, pass to Kennard for the tie. No luck on that one. Los Angeles leading by 3. Bogdanovic from long range. Kennard with the rebound. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. Here's Pippen. Can't hit that one. Some solid D from Eubanks. The Clippers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Bogdanovic, no good. Grizzlies trail by 3. Kennard for 3. Sinks it from distance. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
There's Bogdanovic with the 3. Sinks the tray. And the Clippers lead by 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Aldama. That 3's off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the basket by Coffey. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw no good. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson comes in for Aldama. And it's Vince Williams in for Stevens. And he sinks the second. Grizzlies trail by 7. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. They need this. And again, Memphis no good.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
And here's Mills for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Pippen pass to Jackson. From the arc. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 7. Bogdanovich from long range. They get the rebound. Here's Eubanks. Banked it in off the glass. Eubanks, he's got 5 now.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Bagley for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Eubanks the screen. Batum's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Kennard can't get it to go. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks. Outside Bogdanovich. The 3 ball. And the 3-pointer goes. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is why Bogdanovich is a vital cog in this offense. It's his ability to stretch the floor like that.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Kennard. Lets it fly. And Mills pulls it down. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And the basket by Coffey.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And here's Bagley. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. We've got Luke Kennard. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Pippen in at the 1.
Obviously, Luke Kennard, a guy known for his shooting ability. The southpaw, capable of stretching the floor and doing major damage from downtown.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers.
Get some style points there. Pretty finish.
Here's Harden. Cans it with nobody near him. And the Clippers lead by 11.
This is James Harden deep in his bag. Off the dribble drive. Put that defender in the rear view, James.
Here's Morant. Behind the back and lays it in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
18 feet out. Zubac's shot is off. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. From deep, Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Zubac with a screen on Morant. 3-pointer. Harden. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon.
Pass to Wells. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Jackson for 3. Outside for Morant. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside Harden. Takes a 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 11 rebounds in the game. Morant looking for an opening. And there it is for him.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going on, look out.
Here's Harden. Grizzlies with the rebound. Pass to Wells. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Pulls up. Harden missing again.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
The shot by Dunn, no good. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Jackson the screen. Here's Morant. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
Leonard with a screen on Bane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
And the second of 2 is good. And that stretches their lead to 8. And so it's Memphis with it. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that one's good. Bane's got 5 points in the quarter.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Now Harden. Not enough on that one as it misses. Pass to Wells. Outside Bane. Jackson the screen. Launches a 3. And Bane with the 3. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Leonard for 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. A good look from Bane. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Leonard finds Powell. Launches it. And knocks down the 3.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And it's Morant missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Dunn. And he buries it.
Oh, it's a big-time bucket. Chris Dunn doing work.
There's Jackson with the 3. Oh, he nails it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr. Not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Leonard. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Zubac's with it. Fires from way outside. Offline. So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. All right, Allie, thank you.
movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Out left to the wing, takes the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
It's Curry with the drive. The shot by Butler, nobody around. From downtown, drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Ja Morant.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After Memphis gets the 3. Three-pointer, Payton misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Payne finds Jackson. Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Here's Jackson Davis. Golden State moving it around. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 5.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's Bane. Here's Edey. Reverses. And Curry pulls it down. And a wide open look for Bane. And it's good off the back rim and in. Bane's got his second bucket.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Curry dishes to Payton. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Morant. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Outside Curry. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 8.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Bane shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Payton with a screen on Morant. Curry kicks to Payton. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor and finding his open teammates.
Morant finds Jackson. Morant's against Butler.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's Morant after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Morant throws it down.
You gotta love how aggressive Morant is. He is fearless going towards that rim.
Stolen by Jackson. It's stolen by Green. To the paint. The kick outside to Butler. Outside, Green. Jacks up a 3. Butler, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, my goodness. Man, Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
Offensive rebound. Green. Pass to Butler. And here is Curry. 8 points for him. Morant kicks to Bane. Fires high post. And there's Jackson on the assist by Bane.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Hield is out there with Podziemski. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Kuminga in at the 4 slot.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
And it's Desmond Bane with the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. Podziemski with it. Pass to Kuminga. Bane against Butler. Butler on the attack.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Or should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
It's stolen by Hield. The numbers in their favor. Moving it up. Here's Kuminga, and Kuminga throws it down.
There's the all-round game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
Outside Jackson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Bane passes to Jackson. Now Bagley. Outside Pippen. Lets it go from the wing. Jump shot is good. Bane's got 8 points.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Warriors have found something with Draymond Green and Trace Jackson-Davis inside. Green says, with the rim protected by Trace, I can just play off instinct and read the game. Jackson-Davis says, being able to interchange with him is great. The things he teaches me has helped my game a lot. Kevin?
I would love to hear those stories. Thanks, David. Outside for Pippen. From the arc. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
You have to know your positioning and where the opposition is on the floor.
There's Kuminga. Out to the wing. Pass to Podziemski. Hield from outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Richard with Buddy Hield. We're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Oh.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Offside, Kuminga. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Takes a three. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Hield.
You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
Here's Jackson. Outside for Pippen. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Bain. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Post. Launches a 3. No good that time. The Grizzlies have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Podziemski. Drills it from outside. Podziemski's got 9 points.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Pippen kicks to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Post. Here's Kuminga. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So on the floor for Memphis. Wells is out there with Edey. Then it's Morant. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson at the small forward. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
It's Morant with the drive. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Finding the lane and finished off by Morant.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And knew he had a look before he had the ball. Great anticipation by Butler.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Williams is checked in for Jaren Jackson. So it's the Grizzlies now. They trail by 3. When it comes to players who like having fun, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Curry gets it to go inside.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Morant. And Payton sends it back. Here's Jackson Davis. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that if he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
And Morant throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Curry. Back to Jackson Davis. Drives to the hoop. Curry against Morant. Lock at 6. Payton passes to Curry. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it's so...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been tricked.
At the line for 2, Trace Jackson Davis. The play will be reviewed.
To detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one falls for Jackson Davis. And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Wells in the corner. Williams double team. Lets the free fly. And the shot by Wells, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Green kicks to Butler. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
And that's an encouraging sign from Butler. He's a capable three-point shooter. He's just very selective.
Here's Kennard. Outside for Pippen. Wells wide open. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 3. To the middle. And it's Pajemski in the corner. Jackson Davis finds Butler. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, take it up strong, big fella.
43 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Pippen. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. They grab their own miss. Hield with the bucket.
Just another way for Hield to generate offense, making good on that second chance opportunity.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Inside. Outside for Pippen. 4 on the clock. And they get it. The Grizzlies with another miss. Now Pajemski. Hield from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Hield's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Grizzlies call timeout. It didn't take long for Pajemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis' head coach had some words for the team during the break. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thank you, David. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Pajemski, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Looney. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hield in at the two-guard spot. Morant against Hield. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off. He just didn't get there quick enough.
Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Looney. Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Payton, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
The shot's good.
The quickness of Curry makes quick defensive reads, knowing precisely when to knife inside.
Morant outside. Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Curry from deep three-point land. The long distance three is barrel. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Morant with a wide open look. Here's Heaney, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Curry with the three. Another three for Golden State.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Grant. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Jackson.
Big body cleaning the glass. Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
Three-pointer, Butler, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team score. Now into the lineup for your Warriors.
It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Grant. Green with the block.
More of a positional defender. That time Green sends it back.
On defense, the Warriors. Morant drives in. Blocked again. Morant with the steal. A kick out to Bane. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Here's Curry. Pass to Post. Count it. Post has got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Oh, nice speed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Post. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
It's all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Stephen Curry.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Post. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Assisted by Ja Morant.
Curry from deep three-point land. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good moments. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Now here's Payton. Clock at 6. They set the pick. It's rebounded by Zubac.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Oh, Jimmy's just showing off now, trying to get the defender to come out, but they don't respect that kind of range.
Leonard for 3. Rebounded by Green.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Harden, following the score by Golden State. Lets the 3 fly. Dunn's shot is good.
Well, an excellent passer, Harden taking pride in finding an open teammate.
The 3 from Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Now here's Jackson Davis. And here's Butler outside. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Leonard passes to Harden. Here's Coffey. Outside Harden. Jack's up at 3. The Warriors pull it in. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Green. And stolen by Leonard. Harden from outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Harden's got 5.
And that's Harden. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the first quarter. Harden, the pass to Dunn. Harden against Payton. Coffey on the wing. Fires it. The putback. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Butler on the wing. Defended by Dunn. Back to Jackson Davis. Oh, a two-handed power slam. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Let's go with a 3. They get it again. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Butler. Yep, that one's good. Butler's gotten his second bucket.
Now the combo of strength, quickness from Butler, that's going to help him on the inside.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. The Warriors lead by 3. to the middle. Here's Payton. Outside Curry, and there's the screen. Back to Payton. 2 on the clock, and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Three-pointer, Harden. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Kevon Looney. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Podziemski in at point. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
The instincts tonight for Harden, razor sharp. He just knows when to pop up.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And it's Hield missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Coffee, the pass to Zubac. Down low. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Hield from outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Fires the 3. James Harden, and that's good. Harden's got 13.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Shot by Leonard, no good. The Warriors trailing. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
You know that. No question about his abilities.
Terrific at drawing contact. Harden is especially difficult to guard once he gets in motion.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right? From Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Now here's Leonard. 5 points in the game. Here's Dunn. Rebounded by Hield.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a switch here.
Number 21.
Three-pointer. Here's Hield. And a nice finish on the layup. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Jimmy Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Podziemski. And here's Butler outside. Good. Third basket in 6 attempts.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
Shot by Leonard, no good. Outside Kuminga. Blocked! Kuminga against Leonard. Three-pointer, Harden. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Three-pointer.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Pass to Coffey. There's the three. Warriors with the rebound. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Man, way over the defenses. Jimmy Butler gets some airtime.
Dunn, the pass to Leonard. The rebound by Post.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Harden from outside. And they'll get another chance. Coffey, the pass to Harden to halt the run. Kuminga pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 8. Fast break. Here we go. Hacked on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 3. It goes on Chris Dunn.
The last thing Jimmy Butler's afraid of is a little contact.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Kuminga, and it's Knox in for Moody. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Bogdanovich has checked in for Dunn. And it's Mills in for Harden. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Nails it from 3.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. These are his first free throws of the game. And so Curry nails both of them.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
The shot's good.
Ben Simmons.
8 seconds left in the half. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back.
Center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from Cleveland. They're thinking about the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the floor for the Clippers, we've got Ben Simmons. Derek Jones is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Drew Eubanks, and it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard position. Powell's shot is off.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big on playoff time. That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And it's Knox missing. The shot won't fall. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Here's Simmons. Pass to Eubanks. Outside Bogdanovich. Eubanks the screen. No good on the three. The Warriors lead by 12. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Pass to Knox. Outside Pajemski, and there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a switch here. Moody's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Hield finds Green. Hield drives in. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Hield's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Hield showing some of that stop and start and stop again game. Changing directions, impossible to guard.
He buries it from 3. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's Pajemski. Offline with a 3. Clippers trail by 13. Pass to Simmons. Back to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Jones. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors lead by 13. Pajemski with it. Outside for Green. Pass to Hield. Drills it from deep. Hield's got 9.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Jones' shot is good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Jones hits them both. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And here's Kuminga for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best 3-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much...
Get up to throw down! Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Curry passes to Kuminga. 3-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Inside. It's stolen by Kuminga. And here's Butler outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. With the drive. And then Harden with the jam.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
The Warriors lead by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Pass to post. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Done. The pass to Leonard. And here's Zubac. Zubac with a screen on Payton. Harden into the lane, and he banks in the layup. Harden's got 22.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Curry with the magic off the dribble.
That's the guy they're gonna keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Harden. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Kuminga is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton second. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the 5, down low. That's the Warriors 5. Leonard for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Zubac with the steal. Leonard for 3. Leonard can't get that one to fall.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Kuminga with it. Harden picks him up beyond the arc. And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist by Kuminga.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Three-pointer, Harden. Here's Zubac. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Clippers trail by 13. Pass to Coffey. There's the triple. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Whoa! Kawhi from another area code.
Yeah, that's a shot most guys are just not even going to take, but Leonard is confident in that. I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Simmons is checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The Warriors lead by 12. And the Warriors pushing it up now. This one for 3. Payton's shot is good. And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Leonard for 3. The rebound by Payton. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. Curry passes to Payton. The kick out, Curry. Outside, Green. Sweet little floater. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Well, Simmons' size and strength make him a tough cover inside. The defense gets sloppy, and of course they foul.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Moody's checked in for Butler. Hield comes in for Payton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry.
The team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Moody from outside. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Clippers trail by 19.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Warriors.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Stephen Curry.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Left side Moody, outside Hield. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in. Hield's got 11 points here in the second half.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And here's Green from the arc. He drops it from range.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Big man rolling through. Give Simmons a lane to the rim, and he'll make you pay.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Basketball. Now into the lineup for your Warriors, number 5, Kevon Looney.
Here's Pajemski. Fires away from way outside. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. So, folks, that's going to...
Seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the pivot, manning the middle. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Zubac. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And the passing ability of James Harden, elite.
Morant outside. Fires at the elbow. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Leonard. Misses the chippy right there.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And here's Harden, following the three from Jaren Jackson. Harden's shot is good.
And what control from Harden inside, adjusting his shot perfectly for that short-range make.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Leonard, the pass to Dunn, stolen by Jackson. Payne for three. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Ball's knocked loose. Morant, that's for two. And Morant throws it down.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Now here's Harden. Leonard on the wing. Here's the three. Traps in the tray.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
On the wing, Payne. Dunn covering. Payne, no good. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. And I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thanks, David. The Grizzlies trail by three. Rel's wide open. Edey. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
LA has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Harden has a wide open look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
And it's Morant missing. Clippers leading by 3. Harden the pass to Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with a wide open look. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Here's Zubac. Sweet move. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Ja Morant. To the left wing. This one for 3. Morant with another miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Payton for three. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Mills, and it's Zubac in the center position. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Bane. Grade, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Mills. Wells grabs the miss. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Here's Leonard. Here's Kawhi Leonard on the attack. Basket counts.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Bane sets the screen for Morant. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Powell. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and the 3 ball is good. Dunn's got 6.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Morant outside for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Mills kicks to Zubac. Pass to Dunn. Zubac, a screen on Bane. Another shot. No good from Zubac.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
It's good. He's got 11.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Zubac, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. So stand the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Morant surveying the D. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wells. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Powell for 3. They get it back. Leonard, that's for 2. Hits the front of the rim and out. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Payton for 3. Mills with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
In the corner, Powell with it. Now here's Mills. Guarded by Morant. Back to Powell. 5 to shoot. Zubac's the pass to Powell. Over Bain. And the Clippers miss again. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And it's Morant missing. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Powell, that's good.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Morant, that's for 2. Nails the wide open jump shot. Morant's got 10 points. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Mills. Grizzlies with the rebound. Mills with the steal. Shoots over Morant. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got his first bucket in this one. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers ahead. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Pippen is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Harden surveying the D from 20 feet out. Another one falls for the Clippers. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 3, and he hits it to tie the game up. Pippen's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Tries from 7. And Bogdanovich with a finish inside.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Pippen kicks to Williams. Over Harden. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Kennard's shot is off. Los Angeles has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15.
And just a smooth player who reads the floor incredibly well. Harden is always looking to get his teammates involved.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Good.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. A minute 42 left in the third quarter.
Look, that's just great work on the boards. effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
Nobody near Williams. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The three from Harden. Here's Eubanks. And off the glass. That one's good.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance point.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Harden for three. Kennard with the rebound. Memphis has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And that one's good by Pippen.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Harden against Kennard. Again, the miss by Harden. Memphis leading. Williams for three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Harden against Pippen. Harden kicks to Bogdanovich. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
Bogdanovich is a very consistent shooter from the field. He's got great mechanics and can just pepper you with shots.
Pippen, and there's the drive. And a missed layup. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Grizzlies. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Harden kicks to Dunn. Left side, Leonard. Fades. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Morant against Harden. Can't cash in from the high post. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Here's Wells. No good from outside. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Powell for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So Morant will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden. That's good from Morant.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
And here's Harden for 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Wells. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Morant, that's for 2. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. 3-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retake possession.
LA ball.
And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Powell. Back to Dunn. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. Wells with it. Outside Jackson. And here's Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. The kick out to Bain. Shoots the 3. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Memphis?
Well, all you can ask for is you guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can. Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Here's Bain. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 6. Fires for 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. LA has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Dunn misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Jackson kicks to Morant. And stolen by Dunn.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Pass to Edey, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Morant. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mills is checked in. Kennard with the ball. And again, Memphis no good.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
They get the rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he banks in the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Leonard. So it's Memphis picking up the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. So now.
are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis is screen. 5 to shoot. Butler finds Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Jackson Davis misses. Here's Jackson. Outside for Morant. Drops in the 3.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid. But when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Here's Butler. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
The kick out, Curry. From deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Morant goes back up. Jackson outside. From behind the arc. Connects from downtown.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
Here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Payton. Now here's Curry, pounded by Morant. Takes the 3, drains the triple.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Curry. Back to Jackson Davis. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Here's Curry. Jackson Davis with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Morant, down low. Intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. He launches a 3. Outside Payton. The 3 is up. Pass to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 6.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Now here's Jackson Davis. Payton passes to Butler. Second chance shot. The kick out. Curry. Clock at 2. Offline with a 3. Memphis trailing here. Payne with it. Payton covering. The 3. Payne, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Curry. Puts up a 3. Curry with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game. Oh, threw it down! Wow!
Oh, wow. Okay, job turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Butler's got his second basket. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Here's Morant. Good D by Payton.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Another three for Golden State.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Here's Morant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Bane. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Marvin Bagley is out there with Jackson. Then it's Desmond Bane. Then there's Vince Williams. And it's Pippen in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Good take. We all know Hield can shoot. The threat of the outside J helps open up those driving lanes for him.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Here's Bane, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year, and now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Hield, and there's the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Comes right off the pick and knocks it down. Great use of the screen by Hield.
And it's Bane with the ball for Memphis. Oh, swiped away. Moody passes to Looney. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And the foul called on Brandon Majemski. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a switch here.
Substitution for the Warriors, number 21.
Bagley passes to Williams. To the paint. Pass to Pippen. 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Pippen's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Majemski. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 7. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up. The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Pass to post. He takes it in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry looking it over. Curry splashes it in.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Williams from long range. On target from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama's checked in for Jackson. Jackson comes in for Williams. And it's Kennard in for Payton. Aldama grabs the board. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Bagley sets a screen. For 3. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Aldama. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And it's now only a 5-point Warrior lead. Here's Curry on the take. Curry going all the way to the rim.
The quickness of Curry makes quick defensive reads, knowing precisely when to knife inside.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Aldama, the pass to Kennard. That three's off the mark. Now here's Curry. He got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead, leading by 7. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the 3. Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender. The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
He drops it from range.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Oh, stolen by Payton. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Payton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Green. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
You love how physical Green is willing to get, enduring the foul and finding the bottom of the bucket.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Stephen Curry. Here's Aldama. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Green. Crafty move. And he takes it up and lays it in. Green's got 5 points.
they're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 7 tonight. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
B.A., they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Peyton. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point, right?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
They get the rebound. Pass to Pajemski. Outside for Butler. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
To the left wing. Here's Wells. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Wells has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Pippen, he's checked in for Memphis. 1:49 left in the third quarter. And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game. Huff's checked in for Memphis. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Pajemski. There's 1:47 left to play in the third quarter here. Gets stolen by Hield. Pass to Post. The 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. It's scooped up. Pippen, pass to Huff. Here's Wells. 4-3. Kuminga pulls it in. And here are the Warriors now. They're on a 19-7 run. Rebounded! Here's Post. He's got 5. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Wells. Back to Kennard. 6 to shoot to the inside. Memphis needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
The Warriors lead by 20.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Hield. Drives to the hoop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Hield's got 6. Here's Huff. Fires for 3. Jackson, it's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Jackson in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Wells. Drills it from deep.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
The Warriors lead by 17. Kuminga, the pass to Hield. Fires the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Kennard for 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pippen, he got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. And the Warriors miss again.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And Post gets it to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA, and we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. And here comes the break. Morant with it. Payton covering. The 3 from Bain. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And this has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Left side Bain. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. The Warriors lead by 12. And here's Curry for 3. All the way to the rim. Curry.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
Here's Edey driving in. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 9 rebounds now. Stolen by Bain. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Knocked away. And that'll be Memphis' ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Here's the 3.
Look, just give Curry credit. When he hustles on defense, it makes a difference.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play.
Second team foul.
Curry finds Green. Lets it go from deep. And there's Curry on the assist from Green. Curry's got 19 points.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Jackson, the pass to Morant. Look at Morant working the paint. Nice.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Warriors.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And what a huge performance it was for Stephen Curry.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Payne from deep three-point land. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. And it's Morant on the drive. And the Warriors shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency. And it's Green missing. And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
He hits the second from the line. RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
And a deep three from Curry, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And a deep three from Curry. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance. And the Warriors lead by 17.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Ace. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.